Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy SSG Lil in the building, and I'm back with another reaction video. We're on to the next week's weekly rap reaction, and for the week that I'm covering, we have a rap from Daddyphatsnaps. This is the Yujiro Hanma Rap, I Am Him, by Daddyphatsnaps featuring Peso P. I haven't heard this duo together since they did the Blackbeard rap, Pirate Kings, and honestly that one was a banger, and I wouldn't be surprised if this one is also a banger. They are what I called an undefeated duo. So I wouldn't be surprised if they make another hit right here. And I realized DPS made a rap in the past about Yujiro Hanma. I believe it was called Ogre. I reacted to it in the past. He's basically redoing a rap or making a new track based on a character he already did in the past. He did it before with Escanor. Fabvl did it recently with Vegeta, so I can't wait to hear DPS and Peso P's take on Yujiro Hanma with this rap. And you already know, before we get into it, to avoid a copyright strike, I am not associated with Baki. I support the official release and the creators of the official release. Go support the official release for yourselves. And let's get right into this, y'all. Yujiro Hanma Rap, I Am Him.
I just talk about that and this, I don't got no plan. When you him, you just get it in. Say no shit like man, throw a hand. All this fake flexing, you was just a sham. Fake shoes, as a fake necklace, should've stuck in van. I'm a god, I'm a juggernaut, walk through an iron van. Y'all be flexing, y'all in van. Off the muscle, we make band. Brody got talk, he ain't got walk. You gon' die just where you stand. Said he want smoke, said he want up, now he a truck. God damn, I wanna talk, shoot him a clock. Watch where I walk, god damn. Two hands on me, fuck a clock, you get it popped, god damn. Goofy, throwing hands laughing, they thought I was Luffy. Thought he would catch me, he got me cackling. Blood, gore, violence, that shit amuse me. Stepping at us, gang, what is you proving? Shaking and screwing, you rappers stupid. Y'all talk like groupies, what is you doing? Got hands like Broly, I beat him profusely. I'm up the side punching and no loose leaf. Yes, like bro, slow down. I'm like, nah, brother, man, I'm zooming. Can't let no other man outdo me. If he Yujiro, then I'm Yu-Gi-Oh! Either way, you finna fold off movement. Car get pulled, he pulling some fool shit. Full clip, 2 clip, shit, what it do? Pay dues, you stupid. We made a movement.
All these conversations talking about the greatest, I am him. I feel disrespect, only thing accepting is a 10. I've been sitting at the top and I ain't seen another sin. So why you talking about the pinnacle when you ain't never been? I am him, I am him, I am him.
Man, fuck that talk, we get it in the blood, I always win.
I am him, I am him, I am him, I am him.
Ain't been about that, ain't been about this. You got a problem, we throwing the fan.
Bitch, what the fuck you on? You should know but it is over when they cutting on this song. Too hot, bitch, you better cuff the tongs. 808s, they get to moving and the dumpies out the thongs.
Yujiro Hanma.
Bitch, I've been a boss. I'm the opposite of SOL, never lost. I've been handling the rock, try to pray you get crossed. And you tryna serve these dry ass songs with a sauce. Turn it on every time I'm in this song. It's that fight music, why I need a snare, pop a dog. I'm too busy doing work, cheerleaders wanna jog. And rah, you ain't scared me at all. Try to flex a pedigree, you send a resume. I'll tear the sheet, I get the airing out, and I ain't needing any weaponry. King of the hill, all my hitters call me Beverly. They ask me what's my body count, I simply tell them every. Every single hit is money, got the center evergreen. I put a 40 in between and 2020, let them see. Leaning back, so even from behind me, see the enemy. A monster, when it go down, they feel a different energy. Ain't nobody out here that can better me. I'll chop you into pieces and I'll beat your body separately. Eat your ass up, I don't have the time for second B. Your body is a temple while I'm spilling all your grenadine. All these conversations talking about the greatest, I am him. I feel disrespect, only thing accepting is a 10. I've been sitting at the top and I ain't seen another sin. So why you talking about the pinnacle when you ain't never been? I am him, I am him, I am him.
Man, fuck that talk, we get it in the blood, I always win.
I am him, I am him, I am him, I am him.
Ain't been about that, ain't been about this. You got a problem, we throwing the fan.
Alright, y'all. That was the Yujiro Hanma Rap, I Am Him, by Daddyphatsnaps featuring Peso P. I honestly just love the intensity in this one. You hear all of the bass that he puts into this. He's like, all that conversation talking about the greatest, I am him. Like, disrespecting, only thing accepted is a 10. Like I've been at the top and I ain't seen nobody since. So why you talk about the pinnacle when you ain't never been? I am him. I'm like F all that talk. We get it in, beat them bloody. I always win. I am him. I am him. I am him. I ain't it been about that. Ain't been about this. It been about that. Ain't been about this. Like you got a problem with throwing the fist? Yeah. That like in between the I am hims having Peso Pete with his intensity. I like that because Yujiro is known as like the strongest creature in history. So you already know he. So yeah, he's kind of like I'm on the top. I am the top dog. So I'm literally at the pinnacle. I haven't seen no one up to my level. So what? So why you talking about the pinnacle when you never been? Like, come on. Are you serious? And I love, like I said, there's another one of them dissing the haters, dissing all the wannabes and all that type song. And why did Peso Pete? Why did Peso Pete enter? Like, just start the song off like that. Start the rap off. I'm about that. Like, nah, we just get it in. It's like settle. Like, man, I'm like, okay, like keep going. And he talk about trying to flex. He trying to flex. And I'm like, okay. And talk about you like got fake shoes and a fake necklace. Should have stuffed the Vans. I'm like, come on, bro. And he hey, talk about you want the smoke. You want the Zod. Now he chalk God. I'm like, oh my god. Cause yeah. I've seen clips. Yujiro really lays people out like that. Like he knocks him out. Only hands doesn't really need a weapon. Talk about you gonna go down where you stand. I'm like, you gonna die where you stand. I'm like, oh. And he showed the clip of him like breaking the dude's sword with just his thumb. I was like, that's a good line. And I'm like, talk about Shioma. Uh, like I'm like, okay, let's go. And then he want to slow it down after all that yelling. Like they thought that I was goofy. See me laughing, think I'm Luffy. I'm like, okay. And basically talking about he a juggernaut. He a god, he a juggernaut. I'm like, oh my god. Like, yep, he really thinks. Yujiro really, he kind of knows that he's like the strongest one in the world, at least currently. He's hoping that he can get like a successor to rise up to that. But so far, until that happens, he is the top person. He's the man to beat. And that's why he just goes crazy like that. And I like how he talking about two hands you getting popped. Come on. Like I said, I like both their verses, both Peso Pete and DPS. Cause he literally talking about like Yujiro down. Like if you're Yujiro, then I'm Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm like, and he literally talk about like I'm going talk about he finna like fold or flip, not fold, flip. He finna flip. I'm like, okay, I get like fold your move. I'm like, ooh, like pulling the card. He's like full clip. I'm like, okay. Like, what you do? Like, we got a movement. I'm like, come on, Yu-Gi-Oh! Like the duel with the cards and talk about getting folded. Like, come on. And then DPS talk about calling them a B word. Like he's literally addressing it. Talk about talk about hot, like too hot. You better cuff the tongs. You know, like the utensil they use for cooking to typically get stuff off a grill or out the oven. And you talk about when the 808s drop, all the dummies drop the, you know what I mean? Oh my god, he rhymed tongs with thongs. I'm just like, really? But I do like what he did right after that. He said the Yujiro Hanma, I've been a boss. I'm like, hold up. I believe that was an element from his Baki Hanma Rap with Fraser. Cause I remember that in the chorus that Yujiro Hanma, I promise you your death. Like he literally implemented that within it. And he talk about all that rah rah rah. I'm like, come on. Like I said, he the ultimate definition of you don't want the smoke. And he talk about when they see that demon back, they know, even with my back, they know, like they know they got the enemy, that I'm the enemy. I'm like, cause the demon back, and people be getting intimidated by that. I'm just like, and he talk about like, why are you trying to serve me these dry songs with no sauce? And he's like, and he said like, turn it up in a John. I'm like, oh my god, hold up. He literally said like, this is fight music. I'm like, all the cheerleaders want to jaw, all that rah rah rah, like all that rah, like all that talking, like they said, all that rah rah and all that. Basically, all that talking, but basically no action. They talk about like the monster. I'll show him the energy, and he turned up and he talk about like your body, like your body's a temple. While I'm taking all your grenadine. Come on, like there were just so many intense beats, intense bars. Like I said, this is another one of them songs, another one of them raps where it's essentially like that character thinks they are at the top or they're the strongest, and they're essentially just punking everyone else who isn't at that level. So yeah, I'm kind of loving that recently. I've been kind of liking it. It's a different style, and I like how Peso P talk about like DBS talk about slow down. He's like, nah, talk about slow down. It's like, nah, bro, I'm zooming. I'm like, okay, cause yeah, he like toned it down, but then he sped up the rapping to match with it, and he's acting like DBS having a conversation with him. But yeah, this one was truly a banger, y'all. Great job to Daddyphatsnaps. Great job to Peso Pete. Another amazing track, y'all. Hey, just like I said it before, knew it was gonna be a banger. Great job, y'all. The next video will either be the next weekly rap reaction or the next random video, which is the Yuji Itadori rap song, I Don't Want to Be Alone by DC8 featuring Mix Williams. So yeah, be prepared for one of those two options in the next video. This is the end of the video, y'all. Like and subscribe if you do happen to like my content. I appreciate any support I get. It's SSG Lil, y'all. I'm out. Peace.